All right. Mike. All right, here we go. Matter of fact, speaking of that, I guess we get into that. Do you have any rappers? Damn, Pepsi, he all up in the camera now.
Nigga, I'm not throwing that ball. We trying to make some money.
Yeah, I got my fault. Yeah, I got a special guest in here today. I got my man Pepsi in between us. If you're watching on the visuals, do you have? So you said Lil B.
Yeah.
Do you have any rappers that you thought were like just gonna be big, but they just didn't for like whatever reason?
Speaker Knockers, because he died.
Okay, yeah.
That's one.
R.I.P. to Speaker Knockers. He was ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. I don't know if he pioneered this shit. I don't know if he was the reason why people started doing shit the way they were doing, or if he just found a way to do it and then everybody caught on to that way later. But yeah, that nigga was ahead of his time.
Yeah, because for me, that would be Saha. Like, I'm not going to say he didn't make it, but, just, I guess, reach superstardom status is what I mean in terms of making it. Because for me, I mean, making it is all different. It's subjective. Like, for me, some people might say, like, what are your goals for making it in comedy? For me, I just wanted to be able to live full time off of it. So
yeah, I don't know why anybody would have the expectation to do anything more than that. The world don't owe you that shit.
So when I say like, do you think so when I say that, ask that question about rappers that would make it a blow, I just mean like, who do you think that you wish would have reached superstardom status? I got random ass rappers.
That's a good question, because I feel like a lot of the people that I listen to are artists that just never really pop. I mean, obviously,
for whatever reason.
Yeah, I listen to that's a good question. I don't know. Who the fuck do I listen to that?
I could give you a few names.
Start me off. It'll help me out.
Stat Quo.
Stat Quo. Jesus, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, because
where's he from?
You from Atlanta.
Atlanta?
He was signed to Shady.
That's probably, I don't, that whole sphere of music I missed.
How old are you again?
25.
25? Yeah, so we do got a little gap in between our music.
What are you? You 29?
I'm 30.
You're 30 now. When was your birthday?
In August, so I'm about to be 31.
I thought you were 29 this whole time. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, yeah, that 5 years means something.
Yeah,
it's a whole tired high school experience between us.
I guess let me introduce the podcast before we go any further. What's up, y'all? It's comedian Anthony Moore here. Like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host. I got my man Asante to the right of me as always.
Hello, people.
And in between us, we got a special guest. We got Pepsi. He over here. I hope this little nigga just chill for the rest of this episode. What you want to start on? You want to start on something serious? You want to go serious or you want to go funny? What you want to do?
I don't know. I thought we were just having a conversation. Let's just have a conversation the way we have a conversation. Also, no, actually, let's start it off with R.I.P. Harry Belafonte, number one.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going to say Jerry
Springer. Yeah, I was going to say R.I.P. Jerry Springer, but I want to make sure we address Harry Belafonte first, because that's obviously the more important person.
I really don't know much about him.
He is.
Only thing I know is about that quote where Eartha Kitt.
What's the quote?
I guess it's so horrible like that he's remembered in this way. But I guess he didn't like black women.
That nigga's hairline was terrible, so that makes sense. Actually, hairlines is like a new thing. Ain't nobody had no hairline back then.
Yeah,
Sidney Poitier's hairline was
back
crazy.
then. They were just cool with it. Just if you look at old NBA pictures, them niggas were like just 27 on the court, receding, no problem, no headband or nothing. They were just proud of it.
I don't know what that was. I think that was either like the life expectancy or something, or like just the level of testosterone. You know we don't got no more testosterone, right? That shit is over.
I mean, I guess back then you wouldn't really have a headline just dealing with the stress of the 60s.
Yeah, why the fuck would you keep your? That's like the last thing I'd be concerned about, having a hairline. You still gonna get some women.
Yeah, you fighting job discrimination and race codes and all of this. It's like if you had a hairline at that point, that's kind of like a symbol of that you just didn't care about your people. Yeah,
it's like having like nails that are too clean. Like you gotta actually put some work in. You on the back of the bus, your hairline on the back with you. I thought of a rapper. Oh shit! You know who I thought was gonna really blow, but it didn't blow?
Who?
Young Gleesh.
Who?
Young Gleesh.
I don't know who the.
You don't know who that is? Damn, bro. That was like exactly. Young Gleesh was like.
Where you from?
DC.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like started the mumble rap shit. This was like back when like ASAP Rocky, you know, that era.
Okay.
Like ASAP Rocky, like 2013.
Yeah.
You know, that type of shit. Mac Miller times.
Oh, matter of fact, speaking of those times, I guess another one for me, he was successful, but he could have just been on a whole nother level. And it's starting to come back. Rich Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan. Yeah, because he called Young Thug gay. That's why they fell out. Yo, Young Thug put on some of the worst rappers I've ever heard, but made them good. Like Lil Got It? Mm-hmm. It's terrible. But like Young Thug found a way to finesse that.
And
career.
if you look at, I guess I was disappointed because if you look at Rich Homie's music, it starts off good. I mean, not it starts off good, but just the titles with I'm going in, I'm still going in, I'm still going in, reloaded. I promise I will never stop going in.
Yeah. And
if you thought I would stop going in, like
wait, that's one of the albums. If you thought I would stop going in,
yeah. If you thought I would stop going in, X like something reloaded, something like that. But every album he was telling you I will never stop going in, and then he just did that. He just stopped
going. Well, remember he forgot the lyrics for like the Biggie song? Yeah. Was it BET Awards or some bullshit?
Yeah.
That was honestly disrespectful to ask a nigga from Atlanta to sing Biggie lyrics anyway.
Yeah.
Like it should have been T.I. If it was T.I., he probably got that shit.
But that's what's crazy. Like just thinking about all of that, about like rappers or just your favorite musicians not blowing. That's what's crazy about chasing your dreams. You could give your all to something and it just might not happen.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, that shit don't. Like, you just got to do it just because you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Though I think the reason why you do this shit isn't so it works out exactly how you plan. It's just so that you don't have to project your insecurities on your kids for not taking the leap that you're supposed to take.
Mm-hmm. That's How do you feel about I mean, I guess following comedy? How do you feel about is this what you expected out of comedy? Like after you like,
I ain't expect shit out of comedy. I just wanted to do it. I just want to be around funnier people. Yeah, that's it. Like I started this shit. You know, I came up with the idea in the college dorm room. I was like, I'm gonna do this shit. Now I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to make the best of it. But nigga, whatever happens, happens.
No, that's exactly how it was for me. When I got into comedy, I really had no expectations for any of this shit. Didn't think I would have to move or anything. I just wanted to host at the Laugh House. I just literally wanted to host at the local comedy club in Philly, and that's it. I thought me hosting there on the weekends, that would just take me to movies.
Well, it didn't. But that's a pretty good plan as a kid. I mean, like when you're that young, you're like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna turn this on. That's pretty cool.
But at the same time, I wasn't doing it for the movies or TV shows or any type of accolades or money or anything like that. Because you know, I went to school to be an accountant, so I've gotten into arguments with people, whether it be family or friends, saying, "Oh, you doing something like as a quick money scheme or something like that," and I'm like, if I was doing something for quick money, it would not be comedy.
Accounting and like doing that type of shit, that's like a quick money thing because nobody wants to do their own taxes. Nobody's their own accountant.
Bro, I wish I had some stability.
I mean, your hairline, if you think your hairline is missing now, dealing with the stress of being an accountant and having a boring job.
I mean, but I would have insurance.
You'd have insurance. Your hairline not going to be insured.
I would have insurance, a 401k. I have all of that, man. Comedy.
Yeah, you don't got no 401k. Fuck a 401k though. What you gonna make it to 60? Fuck.
Shit, man. So now I guess now that you into this, like, you said this is like, what did you expect out of it? Like, did you think?
I just wanted to make comedy. Like, I wanted to make. I've always been a music fan, and one of the first things I tried was making music, and I failed horrible. I didn't really fail. I just gave up. Because I was like, I don't want to do this shit. Mm-hmm. But I was listening to a lot of like comedy albums and shit, and I was like, I want to make something. I want to enter my creative juices into this field. Okay. Just want to make something. Just want to create it.
Like, what's your thoughts on comedy? Like the state of comedy. How you feel about it? Because my thoughts on comedy are just always constantly changing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's ever going to be like a solid. The one thing that I will say that from the beginning of comedy to now and to the future, most of it is always going to be bullshit. Mm-hmm. Most of it's going to suck.
But sure. But I like that. I mean, that's what you need. You need comedy that sucks, or just not even comedy that sucks. I mean, this shit just can't be perfect.
I mean, it don't got to be perfect. But I see some shit that I'm like, we don't need that. We don't need it all.
No, I like a little bit of everything. I mean,
honestly, some terrible comedy makes me laugh harder than like good jokes.
That's what I mean.
Because I'm like, how did you?
Or just the attempt.
Yo, all right. So I don't know if I told you this story, but where I started, like the very first place I started doing open mics in Philly, the Comedy Cabaret, Northeast Philly.
Yeah, terrible,
dog shit. Met some cool people there though.
I mean, just if you doing like comedy in the Northeast,
comedy in the Northeast is bad. They have a club, you know, that if they want to pay me to perform there, I'll do that. You know, they not gonna listen to this. Them niggas don't got internet. White people in Doylestown don't got internet anyway. So I'm not gonna take back what I said. Yeah, that Northeast shit sucks. But where was I going? I was like talking shit about it, and then for a second I was like, should I talk about shit about this? Because what if I need them one day? Right. I'm not gonna need them. Fuck them. What I was saying, I started there, and there was this girl that would do the mics there.
Yeah,
and she was so terrible, it would make me laugh every time because she would say the same like 2 or 3 jokes, stretch out like 3 jokes over 5 minutes, and it'd be terrible. And she would smile the whole time. She would like kind of not falter. She would just say the shit. She never fixed any of the jokes. She never told different jokes. She said the same shit every time. And every single time she said it, I laughed harder because she just did not give a fuck that it wasn't funny. It was the joke. I'm going to burn her shit. She probably stopped doing comedy. The joke was, oh, shit. All right, she was like, I was on the train and I saw this guy abusing his girlfriend. And then he hit her with a stick of deodorant. And I was like, dude, that's fresh. That's the whole joke. Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. It was terrible.
It'd be crazy if it's like one of our friends now.
Nah, she's probably like overdosed on Percocets or something.
Oh, okay.
She's probably dead.
My thoughts on comedy.
White lady.
My thoughts on comedy changed so much because, you know, when I came into it, I came into comedy 2011. So this was like entering the internet age. As far as like entering the internet age, as far as what comedy is. So it was YouTube comedy, but nobody was posting anything on Twitter. Didn't even have videos yet, and then it was no Instagram yet. So before then, so nobody was posting clips online, trying to worry about algorithms or anything like that. And then you started to have, I guess, quote unquote, internet comics join the ranks, people that build followings, getting on stage. And I used to I'm not gonna say not like them. I guess, matter of fact, yeah, I would say that. I used to just hate on them for no reason. You know how like stand-up comics just hate on people that do skits because they build large fan bases and then they just jump right into the stages?
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, doing stand-up is harder than any other form of, you know, I guess comedic entertainment. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't hate on the people for making money.
But that's what I mean. That's what changed my whole outlook, because I used to hate on them. But then at the same time, when you look at it, it's like, yo, this person that we looking as an internet comic, this might just be a nigga from the hood just trying to find a way out for his people. So it's like, how can you hate on that type of creativity? You got to tip your hat to that.
You always got to be down with the struggle. You can't never knock the struggle or the way the people decide to hustle and get their way out the struggle. I mean, even if it's, unless you cooning, I can't never get down with somebody cooning or like selling out their values.
I hear you on that, because who coons?
Like everybody on the internet, to be honest. That's why I don't like the shit a lot of times. Like motherfucking,
no, like, you know what's wild? You know the nigga in New York that damn, I'm going to try to be more conscious of my nigga usage too, because I do want to limit it for the white ears.
You know what? I don't really like. I've decided that
the white ears and the old black people ears. I know older black people don't like usage of the word nigga.
Okay, yeah. So that I'll get on board with that. Yeah. I try not to live my. I grew up in that way. You know, my parents would be like, you know, don't go outside to do rag and a white beater. White people gonna think you. Yeah. No, I don't live my life with white people's opinions in the back of my mind. But older black people, I can get with that. Like, they don't want to hear that word all the time. Yeah. I totally get that. I don't say that in front of my grandmother.
So I'm going to try to be more conscious of my usage. But I just can't help it, because I use nigga like a pronoun.
Oh, yeah. I used to call my dog nigga like every day. I didn't even call him his real name no more. I was like, nigga, get over here.
But what was I going to say? Oh, when we was talking about cooning for the internet. Not even just cooning, but just make yourself look a fool. You know the guy that does the homeless skits? in New
Yo,
York.
I seen him on 420. Yeah, the boy with the ripped sweatpants.
Yeah, I saw him outside a bar show in Manhattan, and I only recognized him because of the ripped up sweats.
I don't know how.
And what's nasty about it is this nigga does skits where he, I say nigga as soon as I say it, I'm gonna limit my usage. This N word lays.
That's worse because it could be the ER that you doing that one.
No. He deserves a hard ER. He lays on a subway platform doing skits or just walking with his bare feet out. It's like there's no amount of likes or followers in the world that can make me put my bare soul on a West 4th platform.
No, I would rather just work at fucking Best Buy.
It's like you asking for your shit to get amputated at that point.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's unsanitary. Just get a fucking job.
Man, that shit is wild.
Speaking of cooning, nigga, Don Lemon got fired.
I mean, but Don, he made a nice transition though.
He did make a nice transition, but listen to this.
But it was too late.
It was too late. But they ain't fired a nigga for cooning. They fired him for talking about white women. Isn't that interesting? Are we not saying nigger no more? All right. So Don Lemon got fired. You don't know?
No.
All right. So apparently,
I don't be keeping up with the news.
So
as much as I should.
I don't like.
I know Tucker got fired too.
I don't know why he got fired. We'll talk about him after. But Don Lemon's important because this is a very intricate thing. It's not that intricate. Apparently, he's was just acting very unprofessional over the course of like a couple years, and he finally said something that allowed them to get him out of there. He said there was like this like politician, white lady, Nikki Haley. I forget what he said about her. No, I know what he said about her, but I don't know why he said it. Apparently, like there was some sort of discussion, and he was like, she shouldn't be saying shit about people being out of their prime, because if you Google it, women are out of their prime. Women are only in their prime in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And he said that to like two other white women, and they immediately just like, no, nigga, like white women across party lines do not like being talked about. You can't. It don't matter if you're talking to a liberal white woman. If you start talking about white women in general, your ass is out. And that's what he did, man. He thought he was untouchable because he was in there. You know, he was cooning for all them years, and he started.
And he said something to liberal white women and forgot that liberal white women, they walk. It's a very thin line between like racism, progressive with them. It's a very thin line. And I've seen this shit firsthand. I actually had to curse out a white lady in Williamsburg.
All right, let's hear about
for this shit. I'm on an L train. Going to a show, and it's this homeless guy gets on the train. You know, homeless guy, he just asking people for money. And, you know, before, that shit used to really bother me to the point where I'm like, come on, yo, I don't feel like dealing with this shit. But then I just had to step back and think. It's like, as much as this is annoying for me, this is just my train ride. This is life.
That's his life.
So
he has to do that.
So it was this white lady on there, she, like really being obnoxious, and she's sitting down. So the homeless guy is just going by, asking people like, "Hey, do you have any change?" But he kind of had like a speech impediment where he was slurring.
It was like, "Can I get some?"
No, like it was like he was slurring real bad. He was slurring really bad, and but you could tell his speech just wasn't there, and mentally he wasn't there. So he wasn't. The words weren't really coherent. So then the white lady was like, "Here," like she had a milkshake in her hand, and she was like, "Here, take this." So he turned and was like, "Huh?" And she was like, "Here, take this. This is what you get. It's a milkshake. Take it or leave it." So now he's at that point where he's trying to argue back, but the words really aren't coming out clear.
That's fucked up.
And she gets up and she was like, "Oh, you want to fuck with me? I'll pepper spray you." And it's like, how did this just turn from you trying to help him to now you feel like you the one attacked? So then I'm standing by the door, because I really don't like sitting on the trains, because like I just don't feel comfortable sitting on trains unless like I'm tired.
You know what? You really shouldn't. And I always put this in the back of my mind like it didn't happen. But I watched somebody take his shit on the train laying down. Like he was sleeping. This is a funny story. All right, I'm gonna let you get back to yours. But just real quick. Everybody on the train smelled this dude farting, you know, and he was like, "Damn, this shit stink." And he was laying down. He's like homeless. He's like sleepy. And he kind of woke up. We all should have known he was about to shit because he yelled, "I'm about to shit," and then everybody was like, "Is he really about to shit?" And then that weird, and it just started stinging so bad. And I got out the train at the next stop, and I was like, "God damn, I should have took his word for it." But yeah, go back to what you were saying.
No, yeah. So the white lady. So I'm standing in between. I'm standing like leaned up against the door, and the white lady, she like after threatening to pepper spray this guy, she was like, she looks at me because I'm the only one standing there. Like everybody else is sitting down, but I'm standing in between the doors. And she was like, "Can you believe that guy?" And I said, "Bitch, you was the one wrong."
You said, "Bitch."
Yeah. I'm like, she was like, "What?" I said, "You the one that's wrong. Like you don't have to talk to him like that." And she was like, "I'm the one trying to help him out." And I was like, "So, but he's still a person. Like you didn't have to talk to him like that."
Yeah, you're not supposed to throw a milkshake at somebody like a milkshake is supposed to bring the boys to the yard. You shouldn't have to force the milkshake upon the boys in the yard.
It was kind of like Coming to America when they was cleaning and he was like, "Here, take this."
Yeah,
just let the milkshake hit the apron. That's how she was on some shit like that. And grace. then she was like, "Oh, you mean nothing to me." That's what she
God damn, who the fuck?
That's what she said to me.
Her husband must have like stepped on her dreams that day or something, like fucked her over. Because white women, the reason why they're so mad is because white men don't respect them, and then they take it out on the people that are beneath them.
Yeah, and the tears. That shit pissed me off. I was like really heated. I don't like normally I just chill, especially in Williamsburg because that's like their natural habitat now.
Yeah, it somehow it's like a whole new world when you get there. It's like a white suburb, but it's not the suburbs.
Right. It's just a bunch of faux shops and I don't know, a bunch of faux shops and smoke shops.
Yeah, you ever been to New Hope? Is New Hope in PA?
No.
It's like
I might have.
I think it's like one of them like, all right, well, it's a small town. There's no reason to even go forward with it if you've never been there. But it's like New Hope. They made it their own little town.
Let me see. Do I want to get into more serious shit? Well, we talked about Jerry.
We were talking about Harry Belafonte. I don't think we got into that as much as we should have because he did a lot of important shit. He was out there with Martin Luther King. He was like an artist. He was a musician, but he was really fighting. Yeah,
that's a damn shame. I don't know none of that. Only thing I know literally is like that quote he said to Eartha Kitt and like the pictures where like he kissing her feet.
See, all them civil rights niggas was on freak shit. That's first of all, and I respect it. That's just like it's
that's what they say. That's why they was fighting for like interracial rights because they wanted to dabble a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to go to jail for putting my thumb in a white girl's butt. I want to do it with just freedom. That's not what I want to talk about. Harry Belafonte did some important shit. You ever seen Black Klansman?
Yeah.
When the scene where they talking about the white people, they beat him up
that's supposed to be him. That's supposed to be him?
No, he was.
Oh, that was actually him.
Yeah, he was actually. He was like, the white people they beat him and they dragged him to the street. Remember that part? It was like a sad part. It was like one of the most jarring parts of the movie. I was like, he was out there. I
thought they were just a regular as actor.
Nah, man, he's one of the greats.
That's crazy.
He made a album. He made some like award-winning albums. Stokely Carmichael, one of his. I think he only had one wife, but his wife.
He ain't never make I promise I'm still going in.
He never made Lifestyle. Harry Belafonte, as great of a man as he was, he could have never made Lifestyle.
Man, what else you got on your docket?
Well, we didn't really get into Jerry Springer. We just kind of name dropped him.
Did you?
We got to give him a little, give him his flowers. Do we? I mean, he kind of furthered terrible black stereotypes, but he was interesting to watch.
Did you watch Jerry Springer on your days off from school?
Oh hell yeah, I watched Jerry Springer. Maury was my shit though. I like Maury more because Maury's was like a little bit more. It was a little more composed.
Yeah, Maury he had a little bit for everybody. He had paternity tests, but then he would have some happy episodes. He would have. But when you think about it in hindsight, now that I think about it, like some of that shit was wild. Like, Maury would have episodes of guess if this person is trans or not.
Yeah, that shit. That is
that's some wild shit when you think about it now.
I don't think they do reruns of that show. I hope they don't, because
not those episodes.
He would probably get sent to prison for the type of shit they had on there. Like
they would have that. What else they would have? But then they would have happy episodes like with people where they would just bring out different animals.
Yeah, they had the like snakes and shit, and it was like a dude with Steve Irwin outfit on.
Yeah, then the phobia episodes where people would just like run from like cotton balls and weird shit.
But at the end, when they like get over the fear, yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
you know what was the weirdest one though?
What?
The fat babies.
The fat babies was so it was rude a little bit. They was like, look at this fat ass baby. We not gonna help it, but look at this fat ass.
And then
baby.
they wouldn't dress it. They would just had a baby chilling with a diaper backstage. They would leave this baby unsupervised in the green room. Like, you know how they used to leave the niggas with like a sexy decoy? Yeah. They would leave this fat ass baby in the back with a full buffet. Knowing damn well this 5-year-old can't control himself. He can't control himself at home. And now you gonna leave this nigga in a back with a tray of tacos and some Jello.
Nigga don't even got teeth eating hard shell tacos. Like, how the fuck are you gonna do that to a baby? Remember they had that little fat girl on? I think it just might have been Maury. It was one of them shows, and it was like it was like cute though. She was like 900-pound child or some shit, not that big, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Fat ass little white girl, and one of the hosts, I forget which one it was. It might have been Maury, but he was like, "So I heard you speak French," and she's like, "Yep, French fries and French toast," and everybody started laughing. I was like, "She's gonna have her feet amputated before she's 10. This is not funny.
This bitch is gonna be in a wheelchair to high school, man. Save the Maury." But Jerry is. I was saying a lot of condolences to Jerry.
Yeah,
I was saying a lot of condolences, but somebody said something real. They were comparing They compared Jerry and Kevin Samuels. I'm like, damn, I ain't even look at it that way.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I said. He was furthering negative black stereotypes. Now, we should have had the forethought to not go on there and put our whole entire pregnancy test results on TV. But I heard I heard a pretty pretty thoughtful and just like, people don't have money to get these pregnancy tests done.
Oh, so that's why they go in there?
Yeah, so they go there and it's like you get a free pregnancy test. You get to confront the baby's father. So like everybody sees like, this is your baby. You're going to take care of it. So like there is a benefit if you don't have any like,
But at the same time, if you tell me, hey, yo, next week, I need you to go to the Jerry Springer show with me. It's like, I should just fuck you up right here. Because it's like, it's like, what secret are you hiding from me?
I wouldn't be able to sleep if somebody said they're gonna bring me on that show.
Yeah, your girl tell you, you done fell in love with this bitch, and she tell you, yeah,
we're not calling women bitches anymore, Anthony.
My bad, hoes. So
no, got a do-rag on.
No, but you know, I mean, I don't mean bitches in that way. I mean, like, if she, at the point of her saying, yo, we got to go to Jerry Springer, I think at that point,
there's no women on Jerry Springer. There's only bitches on Jerry Springer. Okay, I'll give you that one. There's no women on there.
Yeah, so at that point,
there's women holding the camera.
At that point, you know what was great about it, though? What was great about Jerry Springer? He would let the audience hear all this horrible personal shit about them for an hour, and then at the end said, all right, now who want to roast them?
Yo, you really just give the microphone to any. You could just take a bus to Connecticut, go watch a show, and then somebody put a microphone and be like, say something about these people you don't know.
Be like, yo, this bitch right here on the end. And now, so you had that, or you just had people that just wanted to go to get their Jerry beads, just showing their titties at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Man,
I honestly miss titties being on TV and like being blurred out. Like, I feel like I can't remember the last time I seen some titties that was blurred out. I always see titties like,
bro, don't make pixelated titties like they used to.
No, titties used to be such an interesting. Remember titties?
Yo, you used to have to.
Titties is gone, nigga. It's just breast now,
bro. You used to have to go out your way to see a titty.
You have to go, and you wouldn't even see the whole titty. You can see the whole titty, but not the nipple.
Like, you would just have to use imagination. Like before to see a titty, you had to do a lot. You had to make sure it was complete silence in the house. You used to have Nickelodeon on the back button.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then you would try to wait. You would try to capture it for like 3 seconds here, like just going back and forth, and like hoping you would hope when that titty was on the TV that somebody in the other room didn't even hear that it might be a titty on that TV.
Yeah, or like, you know how if you had cable in multiple rooms in your house, you know, you and somebody else could be watching the same thing in a different room.
Right.
So if you have the TV on with the volume and then your mom's watching the same thing and a titty comes on and she knows you watching that, then there's a problem because she's like, oh, he just saw the titty. I gotta make sure, you know, I don't know. Kids should be allowed to see titties, man. But
now,
I miss that.
Now it's like as soon as you get a phone, that's the first thing. It's just titties.
You could call as soon as you get a phone, you could meet a woman online and be like, come over and show your titties.
Man, the game has changed, man. The game has changed. I guess that'd be a perfect segue for the music you wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, this is a perfect segue because actually I do like these new female rappers because like when you're a kid,
because the word female could be offensive.
All right, well I'll woke one up you. Assigned female at birth rappers.
Okay,
I'll give you that one. These assigned female at birth rappers, they remind me of when you would see, you know, pixelated titties on TV because it was like something that you're not supposed to see. Like music back then, like 50 Cent, I was not supposed to be listening to that. I was not supposed to be saying these lyrics. Mm-hmm. The shit these women saying, I cannot say that shit out loud. They be saying the freakiest shit. I could listen to it, but if I say it out loud, I feel like one of my testicles gonna die or something. Like that shit, my manhood immediately disappears if I say a fucking sexy red lyric out loud.
So what, you wanted to listen to that what's her name? How you say it?
Sukihana? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's definitely not a real name, so I feel like she's not gonna be offended if we get
I've seen some of her work online or like some of her interviews. I never really listened to her music. Let me see what this hitting for. Let me see.
That's the type of shit I'm talking about. I can't say that. I could be like, yeah, that's hard, but nigga, I can't.
God damn. She got straight to it like 2 bars in.
I respect that, man.
Yeah, she know what she want.
Yeah. You know, there's an interesting so women being sex positive is not always like this revolutionary thing that we make it out to be. Because it's like, oh, we're not objectifying them. They're objectifying themselves. But if you watch this video, she's not really objectifying herself at all. She's just talking about the things she likes sexually. And she got girls in the background dancing, having fun dancing. They're not dancing so you can like pour champagne on their ass cheeks. Yeah. They just dancing like, this is our girlfriend. She be sucking dick. And so do we.
Hey, hold on, I want to hear some more of this shit.
Agency.
Shit, that's the realest shit I ever heard. Cause I'm trifling. This bitch did not lie at all.
Hell.
I'm out there. I got a Wikipedia her. Sukihana. Sukihana, American TV personality. Where you from?
Is she a TV personality? Was she on like a Zeus show or some shit, or is she just a rapper? A lot of these women rappers are just strippers that started rapping. Let me see. Also,
wow. Let's say she was born in Wilmington, Delaware. Damn, but she spent her from she's from Wilmington, but grew up in Atlanta before moving to Miami.
That's like the Thanos stones of places you shouldn't be.
Wow, that's crazy. They say she got her nickname from a restaurant in the Christiana Mall.
So she went from Christiana Mall to Atlanta to Miami, Florida. There's no way she's a good person.
All nasty places. Damn, that is crazy. I want to hear more of this shit.
That shit. I don't want to hear a nigga rap about how much money he got and how much more drugs he sold.
Talk about getting your ass ate, nigga.
Talk about eating my ass, baby. That's what I want to hear. Eat my ass. Treat me like a person who has feelings and nerve endings on his butthole.
You ever had your ass eat?
Nope. I talk mad shit about. I would never do that. I don't think.
You say that now because you're 25. Hit 30, nigga.
That's an interesting way of saying that you be getting your asshole ate out. Just with your dog right here. No, just, I'll just be sitting here with the dog. She want to come over to do what she got to do.
Oh man, get that.
It's like I'm clean, you know. I don't. I just feel like I don't want my legs in the air and shit.
Come on, man. That man pussy ate.
I remember I was like,
no, I remember in college I got into it with this chick.
You say man pussy?
Yeah.
You remember Throw That Boy Pussy? Remember that song? Remember? it was like some gay Atlanta rappers, and it was called Throw That Boy Pussy. That shit was bop too.
But I had this chick. This chick tried to eat my ass. She was like.
All right. I'm gonna keep it together. Go ahead.
No, this chick tried to eat my ass back in college. She was like 19, 20, like something around there.
She just taking up free electives.
But it's like, yo, you too young to be doing this. Like when you get older, the sex, it comes from like just wanting to experience or try new things. When you eating ass at 19 or 20, it's like you've been touched.
No, yeah, she one of them girls that was getting picked up by a 25-year-old in high school.
Or like this is like she had a bad Thanksgiving or something.
Oh yeah.
This didn't come from you not eating ass out of love. You eating ass out of hurt and like childhood trauma.
Oh yeah, that's definitely childhood trauma. Shout out to everybody that's been forced to eat ass in prison or otherwise. I'm rooting for you.
Well, what other you had any other woman rappers?
Oh, you know Sexy Red, right?
Yeah,
Sexy Red is actually one of my favorites because she got an interesting flow. It's a similar similar like vibe.
Yeah, she nasty too. What else was happening on? We got Designer.
I say none of her lyrics. I can't be like, you remember that Sexy Red song where she go, I can't even say it out loud. My body won't let me.
This boy
got your dog's dick all up in the camera and shit. Put it away.
Put
a blanket over it.
Yeah, definitely should. What up? Oh, you said what else we got on the docket?
We got a bunch of things, but I think we should give these people a break and then get to the segment of the week that I'm gonna let you introduce it.
My segment?
Get to it? Yeah, you wanna get to your segment?
Oh, this is my shit, man. I look forward to these. This week, we back with another one, the Tubi Movie of the Week.
The Tubi Movie of the Week.
This movie right here is we watched the movie. It's called Unfair Exchange.
Great movie. Unfair
Exchange. Starring DeMarvis Harvey. He was also in These Men for Everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, he just has a great filmography of just niggatry.
Yeah, honestly, he's not like the worst actor. Like I want to see him with a good script. To see how he might just body that shit.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, and it was nice to see the range because in These Men for Everybody, he was just trying to knock everything down.
Yeah.
But in this one, he was trying to stay faithful. He was trying to stay to his girl. He was about his business. So this was a nice change in speed for him.
Yeah, he switched up entirely. He had glasses on. He was an author.
Yeah, he was an author. Damn, this got a 7.8 on IMDb.
How many ratings do I have? 2? That's what you got.
17?
17.
That's nice. That's a nice. Oh, and also in the movie, Jeremy Meeks.
Oh, Jeremy Meeks. You may remember him from, the bunch of...
his mugshot.
Yeah, mugshot.
The light-skinned nigga with the pretty eyes that went viral a few years ago. He's in this movie. And you know he has a child. When he got out, he broke up. He split with his girl at the time. Then got with somebody else that was rich. I think she was a billionaire, and they had a child together. So he got child support money. So he don't even need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he don't even need to do this. He just acting for the sport of it.
That's a beautiful thing. Like me and one of my exes had agreement like that. It's like if I meet somebody rich, I'm gonna get her pregnant. I'm gonna leave you for now, but when I get the money, I'm gonna come back for you. I still ain't meet I still ain't getting my rich pregnant yet. I don't think my sperm worked. My sperm only work on poor people.
That's how it be, yo. That's really how it be. Your sperm don't activate until you get that first corny bitch pregnant.
Yo, the person that you should not be nutting in is the person that's gonna have your baby. That's the reality for a young black man in America. All right, let's get back to the movie.
Yeah. That's how that should be. You be nothing in the person you love, nothing happen.
Yeah, like I would take care of that baby. If I love you, like even if like I don't know. You feel like if you get
it's like getting nothing. No, you're not supposed to be there, but it want to work now.
Yeah, like you know how your kids always can tell when you doing something you're not supposed to be doing. You know how when you were a kid, and
when
like,
you at work and like or your parents at work.
Yeah,
your parents at work, but you want to call up to see if you can have an ice cream sandwich. That's how nut be.
It's like, nigga, I told you to stay in your room. Why are you coming out here? You know, goddamn ice cream sandwich at 9 o'clock. Wait till I get home. Cause your cousin over, you want to act up. You want to act like you getting ice cream sandwiches at 9 o'clock. You know, goddamn well you don't get no ice cream at 9 o'clock.
Oh man. Oh, but unfair exchange. You got a little bit of everything in here. You got pregnancy scares. You got cheating. You got sex scenes.
Sex scenes again are too fucking long. It makes you really uncomfortable. It's like, you know, in a movie you really don't like it, but you still get like a little bit of a boner when you're watching the sex scene in a movie. You're human, you know. Yeah. But by the time the scene ends, you're totally soft, and you just feel like really dirty. But
with this movie here, so basically, all right, so just a plot of what Love Story is about. I mean, what Unfair Exchange is about. It's a love story. So it's about a book author. He trying to get a publishing deal, but he's just having like a mental block. So he needs something to just spark his creativity. So they come up with a plan. They come up with a wild plan. Him and his friend, like, yo, sometimes you got to add a little nonfiction into your fiction.
Yeah. Something to do with his wife. That's all we can tell you.
Yeah,
he might risk his marriage for this book.
Risking his marriage to be a New York Times bestseller.
The wife is aside from her being you know, a good looking young lady, she's a pretty good actress. She's a good actress in the way that like Vivica Fox is a good actress. So not actually a good actress, but like I liked her. I thought it was interesting.
This movie was good, but there were certain things I noticed in here.
Nigga, there was a whole camera. You could see.
It's a few times you see cameras in it. Like 5 minutes into the movie, this guy's making a phone call. And you know how the iPhone looks when you're making a phone call. Mm-hmm. But his screen is just basically like just on a home screen. So you can see the glare of the person with the camera in the back.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, you see that. What else do you see in here?
There's a bunch of cameras. There's people in there with not only, I don't expect, it's a movie, they're not mic'd up, but for one, there's no boom mics. I think they just recording it off the microphone that comes with the camera. There's no boom mic. And some of these people are just too far from whatever microphone does exist. You can't even hear all the dialogue.
Right.
You can hear like just a nigga holding the camera.
Right. Like
you hear him breathing and shit.
They having a conversation and the closed caption is just like, huh? Like like nigga, how you confuse the subtitles? And then in here, what else do you have in here? Is one scene where they're in bed laying down, but they have a dog. But the dog just walks smooth across the shot of the camera. And they just leave that shit in. Whereas like you can't even see the actors that are having the conversation because the dog is just
I must have missed that part.
Just blurred out. Yeah, I'm gonna show you it. What I do like but this movie overall though, I did enjoy the movie. It was a good watch. These movies definitely keep me engaged. What I do like is that the song choice,
on point as always.
One thing about the Tubi movie, they gonna find the perfect song to describe whatever scene it is, no matter whether it's cheating, a sex scene, whether it's drama, somebody about to get killed, they selling drugs, they gonna find the perfect song choice. So I'm gonna play the song right here where they had so Jeremy Meek's character, he's trying to sleep with the lead guy's wife. He's trying to seduce her,
the leading lady.
Yeah, and then so as soon as she spots him, it like just hits her. Like, God damn it. Do I risk this? Do I cheat? And listen to the song.
What the fuck?
Kissing her back, sucking her toes.
I feel like these movies are made to promote the songs. I feel like the songs they like. I know nobody's gonna listen to this, so they make a movie. It's like a package deal.
I feel like these not even like real singers. I feel like it's just them. Like this might be the actors like in between takes. I think that's probably why they shoot the whole movie in one take.
Yeah,
because it's like, nigga, either we gonna pay for film or studio time. I can't do both on this budget.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the screenwriter is probably like trying to get a music career going, and he needs help.
Stop that.
I don't think movies are any. I don't think anybody's first career is movies. Like I'm pretty sure a couple of these niggas drive trucks, or they bartend, and movies is just background.
Hold up. What song is this? But overall, man, this shit. I gotta find more movies with Demarcus Harvey. I like seeing his range.
Yeah, I would hope that he makes it big one day.
Let's see,
because if he were to be like where the big dude from Atlanta, what's his name? The fat. He's not fat. He's like big. He's a big dude.
That he played Doughboy.
Ryan Tyree.
Yeah,
that guy is getting all these roles, and it'd be hilarious to see Demarcus Harvey try to do this shit with these white people, be in like the Eternals or whatever, like a Marvel movie. Just trying to fuck all the superheroes.
I would love to see that shit. The way it's looking, man, we might see Demarcus and Jonathan Majors in a movie soon.
Jonathan Majors is gonna have to start doing anything I don't even know what the fuck he's gonna do.
Tubi, nigga.
Oh yeah, Tubi. That nigga gonna be delivering packages, and they get stolen, and he like, what the fuck you want me to do? I got a package stolen this week. Actually, it pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah. How you feel?
I feel like it's my karma for making fun of you for calling the police. I didn't call the police because I feel like they're not gonna do nothing. I had that conversation this week because I was talking to somebody that needed to call the cops, so they wanted to, and I was like, you could do it if you want, but just don't be surprised when they don't do shit at all.
What you get stolen?
I bought a jacket online.
Damn.
And my packages never get stolen, and let me tell you why. Because if the post office does their fucking job right, they don't get stolen. I have 2 doors that if you put the package behind that door, nobody can get behind that door. These motherfuckers must have put the package on the stairs or some shit and just left it and then walked away. Of course somebody gonna steal it. And it was while I was home too. Like I didn't even know it got delivered. This is why I went back to Philly this week. I was at home when the package got delivered.
God damn.
I left out later that night. I ain't seen no package the whole time I was there.
Wait, so they still your package got stolen in Brooklyn?
Yeah, it got stolen in Brooklyn. But like I went to Philly and I got back and I realized, oh, this was delivered while I was home. Why didn't I see it? And
that's what's crazy.
It got stolen.
You go to Philly and be safe and gotta deal with crime in Brooklyn.
I mean, you're not safe in Philly. You just
happen to make it back.
You just happen to make it back, and people aren't stealing packages as much because where I live in Brooklyn,
I mean, they too busy killing niggas.
Yeah. You don't. We gonna steal a package for it if you on the run for a murder. There's like in Brooklyn. No, I feel like this is no matter where you live in Brooklyn. Since the public transportation system is so good, anybody on earth could be walking down your block at any given time.
Right.
Like I be seeing like internet famous people just walking down the street. I'm like, I recognize this guy from somewhere. I think just random people. So a dude with a shopping cart don't walk down my street in Philly picking up bottles and stolen packages. But in Brooklyn, that shit happens. So motherfucker stole my package. I gotta look at it. One of my neighbors got a camera. I gotta look at it and see what happened. And maybe I'll snitch. Maybe I'll join the side you're on.
Yeah, good man.
I just want to call the post office and be like,
call the cops.
I've never gotten a good. I've never had a good interaction with police.
Never. I mean, well, matter of fact,
I've had one that's actually memorable, and it was during the time when everybody's protesting for the police. I think it was like 2021 or some shit. We was out skateboarding in Center City, and the cops always just like they chase us away from where we skating, or they just they're not nice to us. Yeah. But this one day we was out skateboarding and not burning shit down and fucking up cop cars. So I guess they appreciated us. And
they were just tired from the rest of the week.
Y'all guys all right? You want some water or anything? I'm like, water? What the fuck? kind of trap is this? I had never been that nice to by a cop before. I remember one time I got my car hit and the nigga ran off, hit my car, and I was like, all right. I called my insurance. They was like, you gotta file a police report. And I was like, I don't want to call the police, but I'm gonna file a police report. Call the police. They show up, and he was like, did you call your insurance? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, what the hell did you call me for? I'm like, motherfucker, they said to call you. I don't want to talk to your bitch ass. Little short 5'6" Italian white dude. Why you call me? Go eat a fucking meatball sub, you bitch. I'm still mad at that dude. Fuck the police. Listen, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode, is fuck the police. No matter what Anthony says or how much he likes them.
No, I don't like them. I don't, it's not that I like the police. I just hate lazy criminals. That's the thing. Like, so that whole stealing packages thing, it's just like, nigga, up your work ethic. Like, you stealing somebody's stuff. Come on, man. Now he about to start. Somebody out there. Chill. It's not that. Yo, I'm trying to talk. Pepsi. My fault. He bring your little ass over here.
We should have given him a microphone and just let him, voice his concerns about how do you feel about the police, Pepsi?
No, but it's not that I like the police. It's just that with these criminals now stealing packages, that shit is lazy.
It is.
I feel like making money the old-fashioned way. Sell drugs or rob me to my face.
I respect that. I don't like stealing packages is ridiculous because it's like there's no victim, but I'm a victim, and
that was what was happening. I would catch these people stealing packages, but because they weren't my packages, I could just get them for trespassing. So all my neighbors, they were just like, when the cops were short, they were like, well, we don't have a victim here because it's not yours. So I just had to take it on the chin.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, and it's so hard. It's so hard to like. You in Jersey, so it might be easier. But trying to get a gun in New York.
That shit just hard. It's just as hard here too.
I haven't even tried just because I prefer to not have one in New York. A legal gun because then you got to deal with it. Blah blah blah. Philly is easier. Philly, you can get a gun from the fucking Poppy store, so it don't matter.
Yeah, you get a gun from the Poppy store, from kids, shit, anywhere.
Yeah, that's probably why I feel safer in Philly because everybody got a gun. So it's like if you got a gun, man, and everybody else got a gun, it's fair. But if it's in Brooklyn, it feel like only people that make drill music got guns.
Man, you like Brooklyn drill?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I can't listen to that shit at all.
I listen to it, but I don't like it. I recognize that what I'm listening to is not good, but I just feel like this. 25 is next age you think about is 30. It's like I'm not gonna meet a 30-year-old that don't know what's going on. Like I'm gonna know the music. I'm gonna know who stabbed who shot who.
Right, you don't listen to it for the music. You just listen to it for the clues.
Yeah, no, I'm not listening to it for the clues. I just want to know what's going on. Like I want to know the slang.
But yeah, I get you.
I want to know the dances. These young niggas is disrespectful with the way they diss each other.
Too disrespectful. Like
it's not even necessary.
Drill music is like the new Citizens Act. Like you don't even got to watch the news or anything to keep up with the crimes. You just listen to like a good mixtape or just watch a few YouTube videos, and you got the whole neighborhood solved.
Yeah, and it shouldn't even be like that. Like the Citizen app, that shit is like, how did you know Action News in Philadelphia, the way they would like report on crime and like shit like that?
Yeah,
like at 11, somebody got shot. Blah, blah. Apparently, Philadelphia pioneered that form of news reporting where they would over-report crime and scare the fuck out of everybody.
Wow.
Because I grew up with
parents.
I grew up with two parents, and they were both scared of me getting murdered or some shit, and it was because of the news they watched. And I'm just now realizing that, like, I never had the Citizen app. If somebody gonna kill me, they're just gonna do it. I don't need to see that there's a guy with a knife down the street. Because you be outside on the porch, it's a dude 500 feet away with a knife. You don't see nobody.
But they do over-report it because I saw one notification where it said, like, a guy, not making this shit up, it was a guy on Germantown Ave getting chased by a raccoon.
What the fuck?
Like, why the fuck would you report this?
I feel like you can make shit up, or like if you just, I think it just comes from like any police report, like anything at all. You don't need to know that shit. If there's somebody walking down the street with a knife, just let them walk down the street with the knife. That don't mean they're gonna cut you, and maybe the nigga, you know, is borrowing a knife to cut a cake for a bread. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be anything.
Went back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Look, somebody just came short-handed for the birthday. They just needed a knife.
Also about knives, be careful if you have a knife in New York City, because I just found out that like most knives in New York are not legal to have. Like you can only have a knife that has like an exposed, not exposed, but like a straight knife. So you know how you can have like a hunting knife and there's like a cover over it, you can pull it off. You can have one of those, but anything that folds, anything that like, you can't have those. Damn. So if you got one of them, make sure you be careful with that shit. Because I've definitely had one on me, and the police be like, "You got anything you're not supposed to have in your pockets?" And I was like, "No. They didn't search me, luckily, but I had that shit."
God damn. So shit, you ready to go out there?
Yeah. I guess admitted to having committing crimes.
Yeah, let's get out here before we get arrested before the next episode. But yeah, it's been a good one, man. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
We got Pepsi over here. He chilling. All right. And thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast, man. Keep listening, keep supporting. Like, subscribe, review, all that good shit. I don't know, all the analytics. But yeah, we catch y'all next week on another one. And I'm gonna let this Big Sean rock out.
Oh God. Pick another one.